hi there, and welcome to Hour 2 of Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
I'm Eric Stromer.
And we love to just help you enjoy the spaces you call home by improving your home and improving your life. And a lot of times we're talking about construction and decorating and gardening and entertaining. But you know what? It's Halloween.
And you can improve your home and your life by having scary things.
You can, because it just kind of raises that blood pressure to that point where you go, ooh, I'm alive.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know, there's a great group called Cal Haunts, and it's a group I've become familiar with because Nina Getz introduced me to them, and they're just all very passionate, fun people who, regardless of their occupation, just set that time aside. In fact, Nina Getz, who's my eye doctor, will not see patients on Halloween because she's got something bigger to do. She's got her Cal Haunts.
She can scare me and give me readers at the same time.
So Nina is with us. She has the Mossberg haunt, a nightmare asylum. So great to have you, Nina.
Oh, thank you very much.
Tell us, first of all, about the scary contacts.
Wait. First tell me why I can't see anything anymore and I'm 50 years old.
That could be age.
That's another story.
I can help you with that.
But you also have those scary contact lenses, those yellow ones.
I do, the theatrical contact lenses, which can be quite impressive. It really kind of ties the whole costume together.
Like pink and blue and yellow.
So, hey, I've always wondered, Nina, when you look through those, do you see a tone, like a yellow tone or blue, whatever the color is?
Most of the theatrical lenses are clear in the center, and the color is in the periphery, so it does slightly block your peripheral vision, not real safe to drive in them. And if you're crossing dark streets, you'd want to be very cautious. However, the center part is usually clear, so if there is a little bit of a color effect, it's very mild.
And but those things have to be prescribed, right? You can't just buy those and put them in your own eye.
Unfortunately, you can get them illegally. However, my concern with that is then you may not have them fitting properly, which could pose a risk to your eye health, and you certainly wouldn't know how to care for them properly, and the risk of significant conjunctivitis, corneal ulcer, even permanent blindness does exist. So it's much safer to have them fit properly.
All right, well,
by an eye doctor.
We'll save the medical stuff for some other time. Let's get into the really scary things like clowns.
Let's switch gears.
Clowns. and clowns freak both Eric and I out, but talk about just what you have going. Take us through the rooms of the Nightmare Asylum.
Oh, very nice. Mossberg Haunt's been in existence. This will be our 20th year. We're a home haunt. We started just, decorating the front yard, and it grew from there. And our current incarnation, this year the theme is Nightmare Asylum. And we've got Dr. Horrible, who's a mad psychiatrist who treats your phobias. So as you come into the haunt, he's there to greet you. You enter his reception room, and all the wallpaper's peeling off. You've got a Silent Hill nurse kind of ushering you through the haunt. You've got the video playing, showing, kind of what the asylum can treat and what the rooms look like in the playground, and it's all very decrepit and gory.
Is there a doctor cardiologist?
Well, that's towards the end of the haunt.
Yeah.
As you go further through, we're going to go through different phobias. We've got claustrophobia with the compression walls. We've got the clown room. I find clowns extremely scary.
Very, very.
When, as a group, we were deciding what we were going to do with this year's haunt, I went, there's got to be a clown room.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I had a smoking one thumb clown at my kid's birthday party who was hired as a guy to come and entertain everybody. And about halfway through the party, all the kids were crying and running away.
Wait, he was supposed to be a happy clown.
And he was telling the kids how he lost his thumb in a horrible industrial accident.
Oh, jeez.
So I fired him. Anyway, go ahead.
But Nina,
Well, he'd be perfect for us.
Your clowns, though, do they have frowns and they look kind of creepy and scary, or what's the makeup?
Well, one of them has just a very creepy mask, and the other one, his mom's done makeup in the past, so she's going to make him up with just your traditional clown, but with a slight evil aspect to it. And then there's the other clown that's just hanging from the ceiling that you're not sure if it's fake or if it's real. And it swings every now and again.
But you know what I love? I love the fact that you've dissected being scared with the claustrophobia and the different rooms and the archetypes of how one is psychologically scared, and you've created your your display around that. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You want people to suspend reality for the short period of time they go through the haunt and get that adrenaline pumping, to get that fight and flight reflex going. And they know they're safe, in their conscious mind, but still their pupils dilate, and still that adrenaline rushes through their body, and you get the girls who scream like crazy, and it's so gratifying.
So you go from the clowns.
Oh, from the clowns, we're going to go through the maze.
To the maze.
Which is dark, so you get, that fear of
a strobe
dark.
light in the maze, or what's happening?
Later. After the maze, which has a couple of drop-down panels, so the panels drop down with a loud bang, and there's monsters behind them, that scream at you as you pass them by. Then you get to the creepy doll area. And this is nets hung all over, the ceiling and the walls, and there's these dolls that one thing that's happening this year with the high school is they have a new basketball team because they just opened last year, and they are participating in the haunt, and the whole thing is a fundraiser to earn money so we can get uniforms and equipment for the basketball team. So the boys right now are outside in my yard burning up dolls and hanging them in this doll room. So you walk past, and there's all these horrific-looking dolls, and one very cute little 10-year-old in kind of a period costume holding one of these horrific dolls going, "My dolly doesn't like you."
Ew.
From there, you pass into the creepy crawly room with the spiders, the snakes, the bugs, and the fly. If you remember the old movie?
Yeah.
Sure.
The scientist. So he's in there, too. And then you go down Kruger's Corner, where you've got the industrial pipes overhead with the fog juice leaking out down onto you. The furnace in the corner flickering, and the shadow of Freddy Krueger.
Wait, did you say moving. Fog juice?
Fog juice?
Yeah. What is that?
Fog juice. I don't recall exactly what the chemical structure is. It totally breaks down, though, so that it's not toxic in any way. But it's what you use in a fog machine to create that low-level fog, like when you see, Dancing with the Stars, and they've got all the fog over the stage.
Yeah.
So it just creates an ambiance.
Okay.
And I apologize I should have written down.
No, I didn't expect a chemical compound breakdown. That's
fine. Can we buy fog juice is what I think he wants to know.
You can. Actually, it's readily available. Almost all the haunt stores now sell those little foggers in the smaller containers of fog juice.
Cool.
Okay. Being a member of Cal Haunts, we usually will get things in a bulk buy, so we get a really good price. Or you can also get it at the Halloween Club. They're open year-round. So there's even various grades, and I know from discussions from our friends in the Cal Haunt Society that some are better than others, and we're just happy with anything.
Yeah. So where does this all end? I mean, you finally go.
We haven't ended yet.
Oh, keep going. So the dolls.
You wanted strobe lights.
We want it all.
Strobe lights.
Yep.
As you leave Kruger's Corner, you're now going to enter the zombie apocalypse. And in this area, as you first walk in, it's completely black. And one of the zombies has a remote that fire off all the strobes simultaneously. So one, you're dazzled. Two, you see that there's these zombies, eating body parts in front of you, and then they all go out. And there might be a couple of little small lights to kind of show you where the path is. But otherwise now you don't see the zombies very well, and you have to get past them. Next, we get to the medical nightmare. And from this, we've got a full-on 30-year-old hospital gurney, which was generously donated by the Arcadia Methodist Hospital. One of their members had come in as a patient, and I just said, "Is there any chance we could borrow a gurney?" And she made it happen. It's absolutely amazing. This thing is horrific. It goes up, it goes down. The sides come up, and it just looks like a tank. And we're going to have, the patient there who's sort of disemboweled, and the evil doctor, and the screaming nurse, and the
Wait. The medical nightmare is actually called health insurance.
It's Obamacare. Absolutely. And then you exit into the graveyard with the evil trees, which stand about 12 feet tall and kind of look like the trees they had in The Wizard of Oz. You've got the Weeping Angel. If you remember Doctor Who, we made that costume for my daughter last year. So she'll be that costume will be out in the graveyard. It's got the tombstones. And throughout you've got a various cast of characters that are taunting the crowd. Keeping them entertained when they're in line. And this year we'll also have a bake sale.
Well, hold your thought, because we have a few more things to ask you about this great cow haunt that you have going, and it's such a terrific tradition. So, Nina Getz, keep it here where we have a few more items we want to talk about. I want to know about when she gets started for this, and what it costs to have such a huge production, and, of course, what the neighbors have to say. So,
these are all good questions.
Yeah, so don't go away. You're listening to Home Wizards. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole. Maybe you, too, want to have your home look really scary. We're going to get some more pointers as we're talking with several folks who really are so into Halloween, they make it a craft. They make it fun. Don't you love this, Eric?
I love it, and I can't wait. I want to go to Nina's because I'm going to also get a glaucoma test.
We're going to get some fog juice or something, right? Yeah. You're listening to Home Wizards. Keep it here because the fun continues right here on KFWB News Talk 980. That kind of sounds like a heartbeat that you would find at the Nightmare Asylum at Nina Getz's place.
That actually sounds like my brain most of the time.
After a few Starbucks, is
That's
that what
right.
that is? Yeah, okay, we got you pegged. You're listening to Home Wizards. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole here. We love to help you improve your home and improve your life, and that means having some fun in October, getting your home Halloween ready. And boy, can we learn from these folks who are part of Cow Haunt Society. It's a great group, very passionate group, and they help each other get better and better each year at what they do with their home haunt. And so Nina Getz is hanging out with us a few more moments. So Nina, tell us about when you get started for Halloween, because what you've described for us sounds very elaborate.
Well, the answer to when we get started is pretty simple. We usually start planning next year's haunt when we're tearing down this year's haunt.
Yeah.
So it's, the next day we're already talking about what worked well, what we'd like to do in the following year. And so you've got the plans going, and we start making costumes and props. Being members of Cal Haunts, we meet monthly with them, and there's a build, like we made an air cannon at one of the meetings. It's a wonderful little potluck, and we all get together. Another time, we all made flying crank ghosts, and you just share, even if you're not joining.
Flying crank ghost.
Wait, what's a flying crank ghost?
Not a cranky ghost,
classic.
but a crank. Yeah.
Flying crank ghost would be the ghost that you see moving, where the head is kind of bobbing up and down, and the arms are moving in opposite directions, just up and down as well.
Oh,
it looks
sure.
like it's floating in the corner, very ethereal. And there's actually a mechanism above it that's rotating, and fishing line that go through different pulleys, that make the thing function.
So wait a minute. So since you can dissect how you do all these things, do you guys still get scared when you go to other people's haunts?
Oh, so sad. No.
No?
No.
Can I just tell you how I feel right now? I feel I have a couple of rotting pumpkins and a cat silhouette. I mean, come on.
We gotta get
you got to
on.
get my game on.
But seriously, Nina, you don't get scared ever?
We went to Not Scary Farm last year, special date, my husband and I. We hadn't been in a few years, and I would pretend to be scared just to make the monsters feel good.
Aww.
But it didn't. My adrenaline didn't get pumping. However, what does make us feel very excited is when our guests who come through scream and yell and have a great time. So that makes us very happy.
And talk about the fundraiser, because we want to help. It's a great cause, helping kids.
Yeah. Edgewood High School in West Covina just opened up last year. They actually closed in 85 or 86 and just reopened up, so they only have 9th and 10th graders. And as a consequence, their sports teams don't have equipment, don't have very much. And my son made the basketball team, and the coach passed out the practice schedule, which included 7 to 9:30 on Halloween night. Well, I was like, no! That got my adrenaline up. Because we need our kid and his friends to help run the haunt. So I approached the coach, and I says, what if we convert this into a fundraiser for the basketball team?
Done.
And it turned out he and his fiancée were into it and seemed to be just as excited about this as we are. The boys have been amazing. I know they're going to have just a great time, being the monsters in the haunt. We've already had some fun having them building props. They're out in the backyard right now decorating things. We've been putting costumes on them. They're really getting into it. And every penny that's collected on Sunday night, the 30th, will go directly to equipment for them, uniforms for them.
That's great.
And we're very excited about it.
How can we find your haunt? Because where you have a website or your Facebook page? How do we find you?
We'll have a Facebook page by tomorrow. So just Mossberg Haunt. Put that into Facebook, and my son tells me he'll have that done by tomorrow. And we're in West Covina, just one block north of Edgewood High School, which is also close to Planet Hockey and the skate park of Orangewood Park, just one block north of Orange and Merced in West Covina. We don't have a website per se because we've never advertised before. It's always just been neighborhood kids who've come and even when they've moved out, they've always come back for Halloween and brought their families. And we've had so much traffic we never needed to advertise.
All right. Well, much success to you.
Nina, and I'll look forward to meeting you when I get my glaucoma test. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. We'll also be open on Halloween night, just as our normal Halloween night.
Good. Well, thanks.
Handed me that page.
Nina Getz, be sure to check out the Nightmare Asylum and Calhaunt Society. So thanks for sharing time with us.